We're unlimited. When we work together, there's no way we won't be strong. Unlimited. We're here for each other. We've got my back. I'm where I belong. We're rolling, we're rolling. We're rolling, we're rolling. We're rolling, we're rolling. Together. We're rolling, we're rolling. We're rolling, we're rolling. We're rolling, we're rolling. Together. We're rolling, we're rolling. We're rolling, we're rolling. We're rolling, we're rolling. Together. We're rolling, we're rolling. We're rolling, we're rolling. We're rolling, we're rolling. Together.
I think it's just we just ended combat last time.
Yep, we just ended combat, and Pants had used both of his self-repair protocols to get himself to slightly okay.
A reasonable not deadness.
Love that.
All right, so everybody who's here, roll a d20 in the tower. Man, both yesterday and today, you guys have crazy tower dice rolls.
Crazy good or crazy bad?
It'll be interesting to see how, like, everything shapes up for the episode. Yeah, it's fine having an airship in the combat tracker. That's really weird because it doesn't have the visibility thing like everything else does. Oh, I know what the problem is. Okay, never mind. Yeah, I do. It's under, the airship is currently under, Nissha and Brighton's control.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Ooh, fun. Soul of Winter.
That's the boat we're on.
Ooh.
It sounds awfully cheery, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
And hey, you know, every time it came into port, then the dockmaster could literally point out over the waves and say, "Winter is coming."
What? It's actually his boat.
Moo.
That was awesome.
Love that.
We gotta love that in a moo. So.
So last session, you had agreed to do a salvage job for Rinar de Thorani, the Elven Harbormaster at Korthos and owner of the Soul of Winter.
Ooh.
It involved retrieving a box labeled with a C of cargo that belonged to his friend out of Stormreach, Baudry Cartamon. Baudry has been having a lot of problems lately with pirates and his arch nemesis, Hadadill, the bugbear, cracking down on his business and robbing his ships and wrecking his business interests. So he's in a bit of a financial bind right now, and he needs the valuable items that are in this cargo. This ship was lost many years at sea, was presumed sunk, but was recently spotted off the coast of Korthos, and so now you've been sent to retrieve it. The thing is, the ship doesn't really seem seaworthy. It has broken masts. There's signs that it has taken on some water, and Rinar does not believe that he could drag it back to Korthos or tow it. I guess tow is the official boat word. Problem is, Rinar is an elf, and Brighton, after the group agreed to this job, was having second thoughts because he doesn't feel quite kindly to elves. And he's kind of gotten used to, I don't know if that's the right way to say, gotten used to having elves on this team. What would you say, Brighton? What is the status?
Sorry, I was chewing on nuts. Wait, that didn't come out right. Anyways, um, he's gotten to know these elves a little bit, so he's a little bit more comfortable with them, but not completely. That doesn't mean he trusts other.
Yeah, still a lot of trust issues with elves, and he wasn't ready to take this job working for an elf. It was just a little bit too much. So Brighton went off into the southern part of Korthos Island, the jungle part. He decided to do some work or wander around. He borrowed one of those Iron Defender sleds and went tooling around the southern part of Korthos.
I love that.
While you were getting ready to board the Soul of Winter, Nissha received a message. And you guys don't know what the message was, but immediately after, Nissha announced that she needed to go to a meeting and she wasn't going to be coming along. And she went off to her mysterious meeting. The rest of you headed out, took about 8 hours of travel to reach this this vessel that was dead in the water. You took a rowboat. There are a couple drow on the rowboat that are part of Rinar's crew. They're waiting closer to the ship than the actual Soul of Winter because they didn't want any interruption in the water between the two vessels. They didn't want any of that interference, so the bigger ship backed off. There's the rowboat with the drow waiting to pick you back up. But Aleran, Izzy, Kit Kat, Pants, and Zaleria, and Bambershoot the elk all boarded the ship.
Elk backpack! Dun dun dun!
Through some judicious rolls. And pretty much almost as soon as you got on deck, Pants decided to jump up and down on a grate.
Yeah.
And I guess it wasn't very secure. And he managed to bust through the grate, tear down the ladder that was attached to it, and land on the floor below. At which point he was beset by swarms of spider crabs and this strange tentacled beast that just seemed to want to give everything hugs.
Extremely creepy hugs.
So the rest of the session, you guys spent battling all of these creatures. The elk and Izzy stayed up on the top deck, and Izzy just kept zapping everything through the open grate hole.
And healing.
And healing. While the rest of you got spider crabbed.
That's a sentence. What did you guys do today? I got spider crabbed.
So, you guys are out of combat now. You're in a hallway. You see several doors going off this hallway. There is one opening that's kind of just has a few fresh webs over the doorway, but there's no actual door. And that's that's closest to Pants. Oh, let me get rid of the spiritual ham. What are you going to do now?
So that happened. Kind of stand there and sheepishly look at everyone.
Yeah, it did.
Is it safe to come down now?
It looks like it is. Don't bring the elk, though.
Is the map for the ship up? I'm
Oh, let
not
me share it
seeing
with you
at the
again.
moment.
You should still it should still be kind of like under your access if you can find it in the maps. I think it'd be unlikely though that you could find it necessarily.
Just drop the grouping to new, and it's
New.
only things that have been shared in this campaign, and we're looking at Emperor players.
Got it. Thank you.
I'm frantically checking my inventory looking for something to see if I have any tasty ham oil, and I don't.
Yeah, you don't have tasty ham oil. I think Kit Kat and Izzy were the only ones who got any like tasty bacon because they're the ones who went below decks and hung out in the cushy quarters on the trip over.
And they had yummy, yummy bacon.
Mmm.
Is that in our inventory as to the yummy bacon?
I think both of you had some tasty bacon.
We do.
There's
Ew.
2 pieces in the overall
In
inventory
the
as
party
well.
inventory.
Yep.
I took one.
Yeah, same here. So then obviously we can share some tasty.
Yeah, but there are 2 left.
Yeah.
Right.
We left bacon.
And there's more rope, and there's 1 vial of antitoxin. So, what are you going to do? Are you going to is he going to try to go through that open grate hole and join everyone else, or is everyone else going to try to find a way back up?
I'm all for not wading through spider crab guts and carcasses. If you guys can find a better way to come back up here, because I don't think we're going to be able to get the elk down, and I'm not going to leave the elk alone because then it could get.
Yeah, I say leave the elk up there because we don't really want to have the elk get hurt.
And the elk, it's kind of tight quarters so far in this boat. So, Zaleria is thinking that the elk would be good for a lookout.
Okay.
If any strange vessels approach, or if there's like giant sharks, you'll
So
hear elk noises.
What does the elk say?
Ah! I don't know what elks sound like. What do elks sound like?
I'm looking it up. What?
Sounds like a new song.
And no sooner than you start talking about elk standing watch, the elk watchdog,
I feel like I've looked this up before.
you hear, or Izzy hears, Bamber Shoot let out this.
Ow! They screech.
And she sees this airship flying overhead with a ladder, just drops down, and you see Brighton and Nissha climbing down the ladder, and they drop
They come
on toward the top deck.
Yay! They're down there.
Once, I guess they give an all clear, and the airship ladder retracts, and it goes flying off again.
Love that.
Do we hear something that suspiciously sounds like the A-Team?
Here we come to save the day.
Yeah, that was the wrong 80s thing.
I don't even think, isn't that Mighty Mouse? Wasn't that more
Yep.
like
Yeah.
60s? I think we watched it in the 80s.
So Brighton and Nissha are here.
Just save the day.
Brighton and Nissha, you see there's an elk on the boat.
At least someone thought to bring lunch.
No!
I
Little shout from below.
By the way,
deck.
that's the ranger's companion. He's not free eat.
There's bacon though.
And
Made from elk.
I'm yelling.
Izzy, you notice that Brighton's hands kind of look very claw-like now. That's changed since you saw him this morning.
Creepy.
Does he look like he's in pain, or is his hands just claw-like?
No, his hands are just claw-like.
Well, I'm not going to be rude and make comments on somebody's appearance. After all, I have knitting needles in my hair, for Christ's sakes. I'm no one to make a comment.
Oh,
Nita will. She'd be like, yeah, don't touch me. Whatever you got, I don't want to get.
Like, I feel like Nissha would be thinking at this point, are they done yet? It's been they've had like at least an hour's advance. Surely they're done with this job by now.
okay. While we're down here, since this thing is open, I'm just going to take a peek through the spider webs, and maybe there's stairs.
Okay.
Someone joined.
We have a ranger.
There are stairs. Or there will be when I unmask them. Some of these little places are tricky to unmask on the map because of curves. So you have stairs going up. Everybody who's below decks, do a perception check.
Oh boy.
So my great rolls continue.
We determined yesterday that you need to have a wooden pencil.
Oh, which reminds me, I haven't written with my wooden pencil yet.
Oh, please don't.
Actually, I thought I had my wooden pencil right here, but there it is. Okay. You guys, just see that there are a couple little teeny spider crabs crawling here and there. But other than that, you don't notice anything.
Okay, we'll turn over to my shoulder towards the fellows that are in the hold with me and say, I found the stairs, guys. And then proceed in. Slowly.
Okay, you're gonna head up the stairs?
That is the general direction in which we are moving, yes.
Then I will move you back to the top deck. The thing is, you're in a room now. A room filled with a lot of garbage.
But we're all on the same map again.
There's webbing everywhere. You see a door on one side of the room.
I'm sorry, I must have cut out there. We see what on the other side of the room?
Webbing.
Webbing, okay.
There's also a circular hatch in the middle of the room that's covered by a grate.
I'm not going to stomp on it.
No
I'm not
jumping.
going to stomp on it.
No sooner you're in the room like a couple of seconds when out of the trash and webbing emerges another insect swarm of spider crabs.
Can I gently scream?
There's so much stuff on the combat tracker that I don't even have room. Okay.
That scares me because I saw the combat tracker during the El Lagarto fight. And there's a lot
Oh,
less
there it
on
is.
it right now.
There it is. Roll
Can we
initiative.
hear this screaming?
You hear a girlish scream emerge from the room through the door to your north.
Oh, good.
I'm-
I was just going to ask if we can see a door or if I
You
need
do.
to roll a
You
perception check.
you see a door to the north of the top deck.
I'm trying to work out in my head how to make a Warforged Forest Gump gently scream. It's just not computing.
From the side of the people who are inside of the room, you can see the door, but it is encased by vast amounts of webbing covering that wall. So it would take some effort for you to like try to run out through it.
Does the door open to the south or does it open out towards the north? Like, does it open into the room or out of the room?
It opens into the room. It doesn't seem locked, but you try to push it open and it's fighting you a little bit. You might have to do some, use some muscles to bust in. I.e., it's going to take an athletics check. Or you could bust the door down with your weapons and then try to cut through the webbing.
Or we could just listen to them scream.
Just listen to scream.
You, tiny thing with those, I don't know, whatever happened to your hands. Go take care of that.
All right, so Brighton just decides to run at the door and try to force it open.
Okay.
Athletics check.
Yes.
I know it's here somewhere.
I'm just happy looking at my character sheet because Pants is one of my only characters who actually has an armor class. That isn't 10.
It's pretty darn decent, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm
I
happy
didn't
with
do
it.
too good.
Yes. You run at the door and you bounce off of it. Yes, are you going to assist?
Apparently, I must.
So
She's
working
gonna-
together, you can try to bust through it with advantage.
I could see her trying to push the halfling through the door.
Go team!
You can roll again, Nissha.
With advantage. I
Yeah.
didn't push that button.
Yeah, push the button.
Push the button.
All right, that's good enough. Both of you kind of
Yay.
slam up against the door. There's this loud crack. Splinters of wood go left and right like pants weapons. And you kind of bust through this heavy webbing. And so now Brighton and... Oops, I moved the door. The door is unblocked now. And Brighton and Nissha, you are inside the room. You see that there is this swarm of spider crabs fairly close to Kit Kat. And the rest of the party, who isn't Izzy and an elk, are in this room. And some of them look pretty busted up.
We don't have the spider crabs yet.
Oh, because I didn't make them visible. They're like secret spider crabs. It's like they're still kind of like rustling and chittering within all of the garbage to the east side of the room.
They're like
but you know
forming
they're
into
there.
a swarm.
You know they're there. And bam, they're there.
This calls for another song. Secret spider crab.
Yep. Secret spider crabs. Spider crabs are fun.
Fun, she says.
For
Are we
4.5
in initiative
hours
order?
of fun.
Right?
Okay, so everybody can roll initiative now.
Can Aleran and I and Pants please keep their initiative rolls of 19 that we did just a second ago?
No,
'Cause
you
those
keep
are
yours.
really
It's
good
just
rolls.
it's just for Brighton and Nissha and Izzy.
Oh, yay. 3.
I'm getting there.
You just dunked yourself out of top initiative order, Kit Kat.
Yeah, you didn't have to roll again, babe.
Oh, fun. Whatever.
Oh, Zaleria, are you here? I see an initiative.
It's left over from the last one. We're still on round 15.
Okay. Then, okay, not here. Logged in, but
Is it 15 or 13?
All right, well, anyhow, Nissa's first. They're spider crabs. And everybody else seems terrified who was in this room who's not you and Brighton.
Turn.
Well, of course not, because they're not as awesome as I am.
Exactly.
So it's your turn. What are you going to do?
Misa will advance on the swarm of spider crabs and pull out her trusty, whatever it is, two-bladed scimitar. And she's going to figure out how to do that again.
I think you had two different entries.
Yes, I do.
Oh, we need to upgrade your scimitar.
So on my first attack, I get a 19.
That hits.
Ow.
And because she made an attack with her primary, she can use a bonus attack, a bonus action to do my secondary.
And that's a hit. And what was it? You can roll a d4 in addition to that. Is that what it was?
I'm not sure.
Because Harmony is more magical now. Or it is.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
I'm double checking. But it only affects your offhand blade. I mean, the whole weapon is +1 now, but the offhand blade has additional damage. Oh, never mind. It does. There's no additional damage. It just counts as radiant now.
Okay. So it's glowy.
Yeah, it's glowy with the light of Irian.
Ooh.
So the first attack was 13 points of damage. Second attack, which would have been on a second creature, was
8. So 21 damage total. Oh, I feel like, let me update one more thing. Okay, there. And where is the creature? In the list of things, 21 points of damage. Oh, and wickety wackety. Oh wait, let me count. The first one was 13. 6 plus 8.
Oh, sorry. I forgot I needed to roll that on the thing I was attacking.
The first hit was resisted, so it did 6 damage instead of 13, but the second wasn't and did the full 8. So 14 damage overall. And the swarm of insects is seriously bloodied. It's down to like a handful of spider crabs now. Like with one
And
wick
that's
whack.
Yay, I don't have to do all the work this time.
Pants!
Ooh.
Oh wow.
Since Aleran and I are on the same initiative order, can I allow Aleran to go first and see what's left after his firebolt?
Yes.
I think you can always choose to hold your action.
Well, no, I'm actually, this isn't just readying an action, and more saying like just since we're on the same initiative order, just have him go before me.
But you could like ready
Like the
your
whole
action
turn.
to do something as soon as Aleran misses with his firebolt.
Oh yeah, that'll work. I will.
Not that you're gonna miss, but
I will approach in melee range and ready an attack so that if Aleran misses with his firebolt and or they survive the firebolt, I will smack them.
So since you move forward, I should use Ice Knife, right?
Right.
As expected, I'm going to use my cantrip for Firebolt.
all right, you hit those spider crab. And there's the fire, and these few little spider crabs kind of swarm into it, and there's this crackle, 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 and they kind of pop like popcorn. And the spider crab swarm is dead.
Yay.
And Nissha looks around and goes, "You all look terrible."
Oh, thanks. I feel terrible.
So,
She really does.
some of you look really rough.
And that's putting it mildly.
This room, as you look around, it's just a bunch of like really nasty, moldy bed pallets and garbage. There is a little bit of a grate that's covered in webs in the center of the room. But otherwise, you don't find anything of interest.
But we're all reunited.
Yes, you're all reunited.
There's a song in there somewhere.
Yeah, I believe it's. No, yeah, no, I'm not gonna go.
So
Can we see down into the grate to see what's below? I mean,
well, you try to look, and all you see is spider webs. Everybody do a perception check again. Aleran, Pants, and Zaleria, the three of you hear this small, weak moan. Someone calling the word, "Help me."
Oh.
That's not creepy.
Is the grate small enough to go down into, or is it just small?
Oh, it's a person could go down the grate if you opened it. It's smaller than the one that Pants destroyed.
So it's kind of like manhole size.
But it's manhole sized.
Is it manhole size or halfling hole size?
It is Warforged hole sized.
Gotcha.
Not elk sized, but definitely a Warforged.
Well, I guess the question is do we lower ourselves down through the grate, or do we go back down the steps and work our way around to it?
Well, if we go looking, or not just looking at the map, but remembering where we were, looks like there was a door in the hallway
Yes.
that would lead right to that same
There was a door in the hallway to the north that would lead to the room that is below this grate right now.
Considering that this ship is sinking and we may need to get out quickly, I think it would be beneficial to have a way that we could run rather than climb.
Pants will return down the stairs and over to the door in the hall.
So you're going to go down the stairs?
Yep.
Yes.
Zaleria, do you have voice?
Yeah, I should.
Oh, wow.
It's robot-y, though.
Oh, I'm sorry. Fix that.
Kick it a little bit. Are you going to try to take the elk downstairs?
Zelia, it sounds like you're a robot talking through a fan.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's really bad. You might need to write. You might need to type stuff.
That's
Continue typing in chat.
That is unpleasant.
But are you going to try to get the elk down these stairs?
Will the elk's horns fit through the door?
I think you can get the elk through the door because it's 5x5 squares.
And it's just a baby elk anyway, right?
Yeah, and these are its first horns, so the horns aren't quite their full size yet.
Doesn't quite have full spread.
Right. But it would be hard getting it through, like, say, one of those round grates in the room ahead. Especially, not in least because, hooves. No opposable thumbs. Okay, so the elk is going to stay on lookout and caw again, or whatever sound elks make.
Oh, wait, Brighton just posted a sound link for an elk call in Discord.
Okay, I've got to.
I know. Oh, it's called bugling.
Oh, wow. I can't make that sound.
Of the elk?
Actually, it kind of sounds like whales.
Of the elk?
Mm-hmm.
It really does. It's very high pitched.
I would
know.
never have expected an elk to make that sound.
I said it was like a screeching.
It
So,
sounds like some dude tweaking on a harmonica.
if the elf sees any other strange vessels approach, it's going to go, woo!
There is one at the very bottom for an elk calf.
Is it more like screeching?
Oh, that is just so sad sounding.
Okay, so everybody's headed downstairs except for the elk who's on watch. Pants, you're right at the door. What are you going to do?
After I wipe the tears from my eyes from the soul-crushing sound that is the elk calf. Oh man, that was bad. That was rough. Pants will open the door since Aleran's behind him, so of course nothing can go wrong. Two fighters alone.
It's fine. It's only a door. A door can't kill you.
Right, it was only a grate that he stomped through. Nothing, you know.
We'll be
So
fine.
Pants. Boop. So Pants, you can see into this room, and thick webbing chokes this room, partially covering strung up bones, shriveled limbs of humanoids and animals, and other gruesome remains. You see 3 human-sized bundles hanging within the massive webbing that fills this room, a little less than 10 feet into the room, while small spiders scurry everywhere. There is a 4th webbed bundle, larger than its humanoid company, and it rests shadowed in the back of the room nearest to the prow. This form is spherical, with multiple stalky projections, all encased in spider silk.
Would Pants have any inkling that this sphere with the tentacles coming off of it might match the depiction of a beholder?
Do an Arcana check.
Just
or nature.
Just from the stories heard around the pub? No, he
Pants
doesn't.
thinks it's a chicken. It's
It's definitely
spiderweb
a chicken. That is definitely a chicken.
Aleran, you are within peeking range at this point. Do you want to do a check as well?
Okay.
And the rest of you, feel free to arrange yourselves. I assumed everybody was headed downstairs.
I just assumed everyone was behind us too. So
Well, you know what happens when you assume,
right? That's
Don't
how you
assume things.
That's whenever you aggro the entire dungeon.
Aleran, you're not quite sure what it is either, but it does look like it's kind of an aberration. As the two of you are watching, you notice that 2 of the humanoid, actually, both the humanoid, 2 of the humanoid and the round spherical webbed shapes occasionally shudder and twitch within the webbing that doesn't seem to be caused by the rocking motion of the boat on the water.
That's fun.
Let's let the healer take a look at them and see what we can do.
Volunteer to Cleric's tribute to go poke 'em.
Oh,
that's
no,
what I heard too.
Cleric's already in. No, you're already in there. Like, you went past the fighters. Like, okay, that's all you.
This is the closest to it now. So
I didn't even realize.
Just to Izzy's left, one of the webbed humanoid shapes shudders, and you hear the sound that the others heard that drew them downward, of a weak moan, "Help me!" come from within the webbing.
Can I take out one of my knitting needles and I don't
Please
stab at it.
Get
I try to gingerly not prod it, but like move underneath the webbing.
It does take either you can do a attack roll or a strength check to see if you can tear through the webbing with your needle.
All right, how do you want me to do an attack roll? Do you have the webbing as an entity
No,
or
just
just
you don't need to attack it as an entity. Just do a roll. It's basically a strength check, I guess, either way. So yes, you're successful. You cut through, and you see this humanoid. He looks very weak, very thin. His complexion is not the best. He is encased in this webbing, held captive. And he begs you to set him free.
Bonnie, what is it I missed?
What is? Drip, drip.
What is the creature that's in
It's a
the
person.
web? Okay.
so I will try to continue to cut him out.
This guy was in one of the humanoid shaped bundles, the one that was moaning. And as you cut him out and free him, he kind of collapses once he's no longer held up by the webbing. And he weakly says to you, "The cultists, they're on the ship. They captured us. They took me and my brother. Is he here?"
Unknown at the moment.
So how many other humanoid figures his size are hanging in the room?
There's two other humanoid figures,
Um,
and then the one non-humanoid figure.
yeah, I don't want to touch the non-humanoid figure.
One of the humanoid figures is kind of rippling. The non-humanoid figure is rippling.
By rippling, oh, that's right. You said movement that was not like the ship.
Yes. And as you cut him free, there were spider crabs kind of crawling out of the webbing. And you look at his arms, he has bites all over him.
I think we should get the webbed captive to out and back up on top deck, out of harm's way before anything breaks loose in here.
I would probably take him as the healer and bring him up.
He asks you again if you've seen his brother.
We're gonna look.
He was with me.
I reassure him that we're going to look, but we don't see him right away.
You get him up, you get him back up onto the top deck. You sit him down next to Bambershoot. I guess tell Bambershoot to watch. to watch the half dead guy.
We found this random half dead dude. Keep an eye on him.
And he said he tells you, my brother, his name is Alert. That's like alert. I'm very alert, except for it's spelled with an E instead of an A.
Okay.
And I tell him that the others are downstairs, hopefully trying to see, was he in that room? It's see if he was in there.
He was with me before, but I couldn't tell what they were doing. I just heard these sounds, these chewing sounds.
Yeah, thanks, Bonnie. I'm not sleeping tonight. My husband will be hitting you up on Twitter after I beat him up all night in my sleep.
Oh boy.
Boy.
So we've
I'm moving
So
him
there's
back.
one of the webbed captives that's been freed. What about the
One of
other
them.
3?
There are 2 more humanoid shapes and 1 non-humanoid shape.
Oh, okay. The 4th bundle is the chicken.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Okay, I think we should try to free the other 2 humanoids, and then we can figure out what we want to do with the chicken.
Agreed. So after watching Izzy free the first one, do we have basically the same enough of an idea of how to cut them or rip them free?
If you try to rip the other 3 free, it's a strength check.
Strength check. Okay.
All right, Pants, you're able to cut the leftmost webbing free, but as you open it, you find only the dead remains of a poor soul.
Wait, so the dead remains were twitching?
Yes, there are a lot of more spider crabs crawling over him.
No.
Okay. Take the 2x4 or the 4. Actually, in this case, the 4x4, and just go banana sandwich on that and just pulp it. Like we're not having.
You don't want swarms forming?
No, we don't want swarms forming. I don't want this dude getting up and zombifying. And no, we're just gonna beat it until it looks like like strawberry jam.
There's one more humanoid shaped. Oh, did you hit the other one, Aleran? Which one did you try to free, the humanoid or the non-humanoid?
The humanoid.
Okay, so you cut the last of the humanoid shaped cocoons open, and you find another human who is weak, barely alive.
Okay, I guess I will escort this one back up to the top deck.
Is that alert?
Or I guess the question would be, is he alert?
Did you ask him if he's alert?
Yes.
Are you alert?
So I'm not alert.
Is that what he says? Is he not alert?
Who's alert? I am Vernal.
Okay, I'm real glad we didn't go into a full-on who's on first there.
Wait, oops. Do I already
And
have
it's
him in
Vernal
the
number
tracker?
2.
I think I already had him staged. Oh, I did. I already had him staged. Let me delete one of them. Oh, I had the other guy already on the map too. Or I had him like prepped. So you find this other guy. His name is Vernal. He is not alert. And he's also kind of out of it. The non-humanoid shaped cocoon is still writhing in the back of the room.
I have this strange urge to whip it.
Whip it good. Do 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 do.
You
But,
have
like,
to understand how funny that was, because just as you did
Wait.
that, my husband did that in the other room.
Chorus.
I'm standing. Where? Hold on.
You only have to be 10 feet away.
No, I'm wondering. Where's this cocoon? How far? Where is it?
It is the
related to-
northmost corner.
Okay. So from where I'm standing, could I whip it? That's shush.
You need to be one step forward.
There?
Yeah.
Okay. So. But a moment.
I say whips give you a 10-foot reach, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I have nothing. Do I have something to target on?
No. Just do a strength check or do the attack roll with your whip. Yeah, do the attack roll with your whip because it's a +1 whip. And you do not succeed in whipping it real good.
Ow!
Yeah. I'm gonna try that again. That was like one of the first times I used this whip. I gotta get a good grip on it.
Pants takes several steps away.
Hey, I'm sorry. Okay. I'm changing my dice colors.
Yeah.
I'm glad I'm upstairs.
Maybe you should write with a pencil.
Hmm.
That seems to help my dice rolling immensely.
Wait, what should I do?
Write with a pencil?
What do you mean write with a pencil?
I just started writing little notes with a pencil during the game yesterday and suddenly started rolling much, much better.
Oh, okay.
I'm not superstitious or anything, but it worked.
Come on. Yay!
Okay, so
Okay. Third time's the charm.
So, Kit Kat, you slash your whip, your fairly new whip that you haven't really gotten to practice with. First time it slinks off to the left. Second time it kind of slinks to the right, and then it gets tangled around your ankle, and then you had to like spend a few seconds getting it unwrapped. And then the third time you hit it right on the mark, snick snack, slicing the bulbous webbing open. And then as soon as you start cutting through, it bursts open. There are spider crabs going everywhere, and then there's this tentacled shape that lunges forward.
Chickens have tentacles, right?
They do not have tentacles. I am leaving. I am revolted. No.
And hey, you don't get to move yet. Everyone roll initiative
Yes, I
again.
do. Yes, I do. I am moving.
Because you were 10 feet away, and it has a tentacle that is 10 feet long.
No. Oh no.
So in reaction to you slicing open its cocoon where it was feeding quite happily on a dead beholder, it lunges at you.
Gosh darn it.
Do a Constitution saving throw.
That was on a 14.
All right. So you save, but he still latches the claws at the end of his tentacle into you as he wraps them around, and he does some damage of the piercing variety.
Oh.
I have 7 saved.
I have this. Oh no. Mommy. Mama.
I'm upstairs. You're on your own.
So yeah, it does 12 damage, and you are now
Dead.
well, you're not dead. And then the tentacle retracts again, and it's waiting for somebody to get closer. Like there's this other form to the left of it, to the left of you, or to the right of you. Well, to the left of you from its point of view, that it's kind of like wiggling around its tentacle, and it's thinking about whacking him, whatever that thing is. Now, top of initiative order, Aleran.
All right. I guess I'm going to use my turn to move back into combat.
Yeah, because you hear like some screaming, maybe a few oh hell no's.
A death.
I basically jump onto the rope that's still attached and kind of slide down, and I find myself in the hallway in the middle of all the action.
And you see this tentacled aberration kind of thing standing at the far end of the ship through in the room that you were in earlier.
Can I use a bonus? Or no, I've already used my bonus action. Okay, so I'm guessing that my movement is probably the extent of my turn.
You have an action.
Okay.
Like you could firebolt.
Okay.
That kind of
Then
thing.
that's what I will do.
Maybe heal. Heal?
You're gonna be eating your bacon next turn.
Yeah, the only person who can heal is up on the top deck, chatting up the elk.
You do 8 points of damage to the aberration. There's a big scorch mark along one side. Brighton.
I don't think I can reach it from where I'm at.
Do you have anything ranged like javelins?
Well, it's 25 feet away.
Is it? I thought it was looked like 30.
Yeah, you can get right next to it with 25.
All right, so I will charge it. Oh, I didn't ready a weapon and I don't have my new stuff set. Well, shoots. Okay, I guess I'll just take out my great axe and swing at it then.
But you can still rage, right?
Yeah, I could still rage. See if I can remember how to do all this. That didn't do it, did it?
No. Checked it off though.
Yeah, I manually checked it. Well, I have my great axe set with rage,
Oh,
so.
let me drag it to you. There you go. It's like using the magnifying glass to open the tree and then dragging the effects icon over to you.
Okay. So I should just be able to use my regular great axe and call it good.
Yeah, it should do it right, hopefully.
Yeah, it's got the damage 2 melee in there.
Yay. All right, that's it. What'd I do?
That's fine. It was one of the injured dudes is up on deck, and I need to pass his turn. Kit Kat.
Bacon time.
Oh wait, I didn't realize that you don't have any hit points now.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not good.
Let's save time.
You can't actually bacon if you don't have hit points. But that's one success.
Oh boy.
Does anyone know Spare the Dying other than your mom?
Please.
It ain't my turn yet.
Okay, well that's one success. Pants.
All right. Is there enough room to stand next to Brighton and smush up against the wall?
Yeah, treat it like a full square. It's just,
Okay.
Curvy boats are curvy.
And he's short.
Yeah, you can swing your 2x4 over his head, no prob.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna
Your
take
4x4 even.
Yeah, take the water resistant treated 4x4.
Just in case this aberration is damp.
Right. Well, we are on a boat. Oh, that'll make a nice crunch. And that's all I got, because we're depleted.
Okay, the boat's not getting a turn. Oh, you don't have visual on all this stuff. Okay, so the other unconscious or the other weak guy is on the deck. You skip him. Oh, it's the aberration's turn again.
Nissha did not get a turn.
Where are you?
Nissa's got a 6 in the initiative order, though.
Zaleria
Oh,
and Izzy didn't get a turn either.
The first attack was a reaction to Kit Kat's opening up
Okay, gotcha.
the cocoon. So we're still like in the natural initiative order. It's going to try to peck at Brighton with its beak. It hits. And does 4 damage. Okay, that looks like it worked right. And now, Zaleria, it's your turn. All right, your arrow is a hit. $12 damage. This creature is beginning to look bloodied. Anything else you want to do, or can you do?
Looks like she put Hunter's mark on it.
Okay, Hunter's mark. Alrighty. Izzy.
All right, so I also hear the screams that Aleran did, and I tell the 2 gentlemen that are sitting there to wait with the elk, and I go running down towards the deck. I'm not going to take the rope down. I would use the stairs.
But are you going to dash?
Yes, I'm going to move quite quickly, as I fear that the screams of hell no were probably somebody getting hurt very seriously.
Okay.
Am I able to make it there? Well, how many feet?
Through the door and down the stairs, that's going to be 10 squares. So 50 feet altogether.
All right, so that's my turn.
All right, so you're down like here. Whoop. Okay, the elk is going to stay on lookout. Nissha.
Oot.
We are finally at your turn.
Yeah, I saw that. It was terrible. So Nissha says, finally, something interesting. And she puts her veil on and leaps over Kit Kat's prone.
Do you try to avoid stepping on her?
No, I'll jump over her. She's small. And she'll attack the Grell.
All right, the first is a hit.
She quickly flips her scimitar around and attacks him with the second blade.
Nice.
Critical. Sweetness. So you do a
And that
half.
will be. That's a conclusion of her turn.
All right. So this strange creature is really struggling now. The tentacle is kind of flopping there. Nissha severed some important sinew in the tentacle with her last strikes. So that seems to be impaired at this point. And it seems to be kind of bleeding some kind of strange blue fluid rather profusely. Aleran! It's your turn
Alright.
again!
And the beauty of Brighton being a halfling means that I should be able to loop another firebolt right over his head. Ooh, and I missed.
Alright. Brighton!
Alright, it's time for this thing to die.
Yes, I approve.
Jesus Christ.
Jeez.
Time to change my dice color.
Mm-hmm. Or write with a pencil. Works for me.
My
We do
next
have
war-
the enchanted wand of writing.
My next Warforged will actually be named Pencil.
That's awesome. Anything else?
No, sorry.
Okay, I'll move it on to Kit Kat.
Ah,
Next death save.
fail!
A fail. So that's one success, one failure.
Yay! Mom, save me.
Pants.
Woohoo! Okay, we're gonna take that 4x4 and smack at the grill.
It's a hit. 8 damage. The grell is like half the height that it was when it started. It's kind of like this just pulsing mass that's kind of snarling at you. It still seems to be alive. You still see its beak kind of jutting like it's ready to try to attack somebody, but it's really looking like things are rough in Grelfland. In Grelland. Grelf. Oh, that would be terrible. Part Grell, part elf.
One of these days, I'm gonna play a Dwelf. One of these days. Oh, yeah, and that's all I got. That's my turn.
Okay. The Grell is next. And you lasted damage to it, Pants. It's going to try to junk its beak at you.
Bring it on, chicken.
But because of its poor state of health at the moment, it is too feeble and misses.
And as a reaction, or can I use my reaction to make bucking noises at it?
Yes,
Buck, 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 buck.
the Grell is past comprehension. Zaleria. Natural 20.
Nice.
All right. So Zaleria lets loose her second arrow, and it goes splat right into the writhing mass that remained of the grell and shoots it dead. So you're out of initiative and free to deal with the dead Kit Kat situation, or the unconscious Kit Kat situation.
All right. Yeah, because it would have been I would have been up at anyway, so I should be able to get there and
Heal me.
Sounds like a typical party member on DDO.
Yes, it is.
We have 10 healing potions throughout this crew right now?
And a couple of bacons.
Why didn't
And
we
I
use
didn't
them?
use one.
I don't
I
know.
was gonna say, why didn't we use them?
I have to ask. You know, you guys can feel free to drink any of those potions, or eat something, or just not go play with things that want to kill you.
Who
For
has
the
a
record,
healing potion?
For the record, Pants did not open the chicken.
This time.
If anyone has a spare healing potion, I think Zaleria would like one.
I think I have a couple.
Healing potions? Why? I didn't get hurt.
Yes, and the cleric is quite pleased. She'd give you a cookie or knit you a veil, but doesn't have time.
How would I hand one to Zaleria?
I think you could drag it to the party inventory. Does that work? Am I lying?
Yep. No, that works. That's how you can pass things between, or how players can pass things amongst themselves without the DM intervention.
Oh, and there's still
You
two
just drag
tasty
the-
bacons there too.
You just drag the shield into the parcel items, and then the other player can drag it out.
And as you look around, because you have cut open all of the webbing and gotten or discovered everything that you're going to discover that was encased in these cocoons. And as you've been pulling the webbing away, you found a few little trinkets of treasure. There is a vine necklace. There's a collectible zygomycota fungus, and there is a pair of gold earrings. So I put those additional little knickknacks of treasure into the party inventory.
Whoops, that wasn't what I wanted to grab.
And there is still 2 tasty bacon, which is, it's just 1d4 plus 1 healing, but that's more than 0.
And the potion of healing is in the party inventory now, so it can be grabbed.
Yeah.
Now, we never really we discussed incoming positive energy healing, but given that Warforged don't really have intestines or innards to the same way, would a potion of healing work on a toaster?
It's the same deal. They're resistant
So
to
just
it.
half healing?
Yeah, the
Okay.
live wood part of you responds to it.
Gotcha.
It's kind of like the other side of the coin to your self-repair protocols.
Right. Well, see, I was thinking that it wouldn't have worked at all, but I'll take half healing.
Because the self-repair protocols are working on the construct mechanical part of you, and the healing works on the live part of you. The fleshy humanoid part.
I love how Brighton's wineskin is explicitly stated as being half orc sized.
It is, yeah, because he specifically bought that, I think, in our first session.
Yeah, because I couldn't have the dog.
Yeah, the Blink Corgi is still there
We
With
must
happy-
steal that Blink Corgi.
with Happy Harold. Did you ask him, like, what's the biggest wineskin you've got?
Yes.
And it was
Query.
half-orc sized. Yes.
Did Zaleria happen to have the alligator egg with her when she went down? Or is that left unattended back on shore?
I think Zaleria has the... Oh, I don't know. Zaleria, did you bring the alligator egg with you, or did you leave it behind in Korthos? Okay. It's not the next day, though, so she's, like, good. She's good until tomorrow. We shall see if today's events were too much for the egg.
There's still some gold earrings and a vine necklace in the party sheet for whomever wants to loot it.
It's just jewelry worth money.
Oh, I mean, a fair amount of money.
Mm-hmm.
Which the bouncer does not have a concept of.
The potion doesn't do a drag, Zaleria, so just roll 2d4 and then add 2 and then give those hit points back to yourself on the main page of your character sheet. So 9 total. All right. Has everybody healed who's going to heal themselves?
I would appreciate some healing.
Checking if I have. Oh yeah, can I use a potion of healing?
Yes.
Have
Okay.
we still have not even found what we're looking for on this boat, have we?
No. There's still there's another floor below you. You see a grate in this room that leads downward. There is also another grate in the hallway that you came from.
Would anyone object to taking a short rest? So we can use some hit dice?
I don't necessarily have an objection, but out of character, I do want to remember that the boat is sinking, so I don't know how much resting we want to
Well,
do.
to be fair, also out of character, it's been left out here for at least 2 days to get to this point, since Rinar told us. So it's not going down quickly.
Okay.
Yeah, it's taking on water, but it's not like rapidly sinking that you can tell so far.
I mean, it had to be here long enough to become dilapidated and destroyed, and then Rinar find it, and then find us, and then we slept overnight, and then took the boat out here. So, I mean, so it's been here for a while.
You might not want to try to like get a long rest because there's a lot of spider crabs, and there is the water taking on water issue.
And the whole cultists on the boat thing. That's what what's his name? Webbed Captive number 2 told us that there were cultists on the boat.
Yes.
Webbed captive number 2.
So do we have a short rest that we're gonna park out and take?
Is everybody
Yeah,
wanting
sure.
to take a short rest?
I'm okay with that.
Rest.
Yeah, short one. I just want to
Nissha
use some hit dice and.
Nissha is uninjured, so she will stand watch.
As is Izzy, so I will head back upstairs to the 2 captives to check on them. Well, everyone's taking a short rest with the spider gut.
Because that gives lets us use some hit dice, gives our fighters some action surge back. I think we get our second wind and our second winds
All right.
back. So,
I will
yeah.
give you a short rest.
So that means we do a hit dice, right?
So yeah, you can spend up to 3 hit dice in healing to top yourselves off.
Woo! That was beautiful. Got 2 hit dice.
And what? Do you still have your Song of Rest, Kit Kat?
Oh yeah, I do. Wait, does this mean I
Yeah,
get my bardic inspiration back?
I don't remember whether it's short or long. I think it might
That's
be
long.
long.
It's long. And I think Song of Rest requires that you expend a song, I think.
Oh, does it?
I'm checking.
Oh wait, I was gonna use the potion of healing.
I am incorrect. It's just, it doesn't require one. If you were any friendly creature who can heal your performance regains any hit points during a short rest, that creature regains an extra d6.
I'm
If they
using
spent hit
Song
dice.
of Rest.
All
Heck
right.
yeah.
So everybody gets 1d6 extra hit points for this short rest.
Boom, topped off.
Why do I keep on rolling ones?
Or I guess I should say you get the 1d6 extra if you've used a hit dice to heal yourself during the short rest.
I have.
Okay.
I'm gonna use that potion of healing.
I feel much better now.
Actually, no. Wait. 1. Am I topped? Yay! Okay. I'm not dead.
All right, you is healthy. So everybody's back to 100% except for the teeny tiny little nibble that Brighton has.
Yep.
Alrighty. Now what?
Pants would move out to the hallway, and there's you can't see it on the map, but underneath Zaleria and Pants, there's a door. I would like
Yes, there is a door to the right side.
to open it and peek inside. And it feels much more spry and healthy.
Do you jump on the door?
No, I have learned my lesson. Doors are not for jumping, and neither are grates in the ground.
You see more
Good
webbing.
job!
You see more webbing. You see the smashed wreckage of a bed, a dresser, and desk covering the floor of this room. Thick webs extend from floor to ceiling, making it impossible to clearly see the walls beyond. Hundreds of tiny spiders move through the webs.
Shut the door!
Sorry, wrong room.
Wrong door! Yep.
You see another grate, the one that you landed on when you jumped down from above. It seems to be barred and fastened with some locks on either side. Nothing intricate, it's just like kind of like bolts that you can slide back and forth. But they barricade it so that it can't be opened from the inside.
So, Aleran, how's about that door next to you?
I guess I can try the door and see if it'll open.
Okay, that door opens.
All right. I open the door and peek inside.
You see palm fronds piled up in one corner of this room to make a crude bed. Nearby, there is a stone-tipped wooden spear and an oblong shield leaning against the wall. The shield bears the multi-pronged bone symbol of the Dark Six. 2 weathered shark skulls hang from wooden pegs on the wall. Unlike most of the lower deck, this area that you've been in, it is not covered in sheets of webs.
Who'd we lose?
Hmm.
We lost
Brighton,
Zaleria.
he'll be right back.
Oh, okay. So there's no webs in this room?
There's no webbing in this room, just this kind of little pallet mound of palm fronds. And there are some signs and symbols of the Dark Six.
Palm fronds, like still green palm fronds?
Yeah, some are green, some are dried.
Where did those come from on the middle of the ocean?
Hmm.
He muses out of character because Pants doesn't see it.
What do you do?
Aleran's not... Oops, sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, if he didn't mention anything of interest, I'll continue on to this door over here.
Well, but I guess the question is can I see the whole room, or is this back corner behind the door kind of hidden from me by the
You can
door?
see the whole room. That I just described like the room in general, what you can see.
Okay, so there's
There's
nothing in there that we can see, or no one in there that we
no
can
one
see.
in there that you can see.
I think we should come back and search this room and see if there's anything worth scavenging. But I guess we can move forward and continue clearing.
Okay.
Okay, open the door to the south.
You see another room, and when you open the door, hundreds of tiny spider crabs scuttle for cover.
Oh, jeez.
Nope!
This
Nope,
room
nope.
is filled with smashed furniture, crushed wooden boxes, and other debris, all covered in thick layers of spider webs.
Nope, shut the door. I'm going to stop opening doors because every door I open has spiders. And then you open the next door.
All right, I guess I will try the door to the right, or to my right as I'm looking at this.
That one's already been opened
Has it already been opened?
and
Okay.
and reclosed very quickly by Pants.
Okay. I thought it was the one down on the other end of the hall here. Sorry about
Oh,
that.
no, it's both of them. Both of them are nope doors.
Yeah, there's a lot of just spiders and trash and nope.
Okay, so which is it? Only the one at the very end of the hall that hasn't been
There,
opened yet?
you see one at the end of the hall. There's one. If you're well, it would be the way you're facing. It's on your right. It's just south of the other one that you're at.
Okay.
Here, let me try to clear it up a little bit more. Boop.
All right, so I guess I'm going to try the door here to my left.
This is another room. As you open it, hundreds of tiny spider crabs scuttle for cover.
Close the door. Close the door.
There's always the possibility that what we're looking for could be covered by spider web.
Oh, you're absolutely right.
Well, could be
But
covered by
let's confirm
spider
that
webs, yeah,
first.
but we're looking for a giant chest. That was what was the official description? With a chest, large chest with a distinctive seal of the letter C.
Yes, for Cartamon.
We may very well have to come back and clear these rooms. You're right, Izzy, but if we should probably make sure that that's the case.
Oh, I'm all for not playing with spider crabs. I mean, don't get me wrong. A girl's got to do something for fun, but that's not it.
Yeah, I agree with what Zaleria just put in there, saying, wouldn't it be like in the cargo hold where they hold everything? That's
It's in the
I'm
name.
thinking. Right, yeah. But right now we kind of have to figure out a way to get there. And without me smashing on the grate in the middle of the room again. Although maybe we'll keep that for future possibilities.
All right, so do we want to try the door to the south?
That's all that's left.
All right, so I try to the door to the south.
All right. The floor of this chamber is covered with runes written in blood. A circle has been
Oh,
carved
beautiful.
into the floor's wooden planks. Spiderwebs cover the walls and ceilings. There are 2 more humanoid-sized bundles attached to the ceiling that writhe as tiny spider crabs swarm over them. And there is a Sawagan at the far end of the room.
I'm waiting for Izzy to shout, Sahuagin wretches, are you scared of me? Come down and fight.
And beside the Sawagan is a little floaty figure. And they're both snarling.
At each other?
No, at you.
Rar.
Why can't they just be smiling? Why can't they just be like, hey, welcome in, come on? No, they're going to be all
Because
snarky.
smiling beholders are so much worse than snarling ones.
True.
So is this another close the door?
Nah. Because there's a door behind him that we need to get to.
And you hear the Sawagan kind of talk. They talk with a gurgling voice because of their gills. And you hear them kind of chant, "Be gone."
Yeah, about that. There's something else on this boat that belongs to someone we work for, and we're not going to leave until we have that. So, if you'll just let us go and get it, that'll be fine. But we can't just turn around and leave.
All right. Since I am at a good distance and there is no one there, I am going to Earth Tremor would probably be a really bad idea on a sinking ship, so we're not going to do that. But I think I'm going to use my second spell and cast Ice Knife.
Okay.
That's such a sexy spell.
He's been dying to use it.
Oh.
So you try to throw an ice knife, and the save succeeds against the gazer. Am I reading that correctly?
That's correct.
So it does not do damage, and it does not do the fun exploding thing?
No, hit or miss the shard, then explodes.
Okay, so now it
So-
explodes.
Yep.
So basically, each of them have to make a dexterity save.
And
Or
what is
take
the
2d6
DC?
cold. I don't know.
I can tell you
It
that in a
should
second.
be. What's your intelligence modifier?
+2.
Then 12.
The gazer saved. The Sawagan saves.
Oh.
We got a 22 and a 16. Roll initiative, everybody.
But do they still take half damage on a success? Or
Do
is
they-
it nothing?
Do they?
Let me look. I think it's nothing.
It's been like a whole week since I've cast Ice Knife, so of course I remember nothing.
The target and each creature within 5 feet of it must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or take 2d6 cold, but it doesn't say anything about taking half damage.
Okay.
Then it's a fail. It's
Alright.
All or nothing.
Fortunately, though, all of this exploding ice and snow, which is very quite different, though these creatures have recently come from Korthos Island, so maybe they're slightly used to snow. Anyway, all the ice falling down in this dark room confuses them, and they rolled very low on their initiative. One of them lower than Aleran.
Wow.
I just rolled. I think I beat them in the wrong way.
Oh, you did. Actually, you tied one of them.
Wow.
At least she didn't get a negative like me.
Yes. Yes, that is true.
Okay, is that everybody? I have way too much crap in this combat tracker. Okay, Zaleria, you are up.
Is that a mast in the center of the room?
Yes.
That's going to make shooting a little awkward, I would imagine.
You could. We could say there's cover, but you know what? I just don't even want to mess with it right now. And I know that the mast is broken somewhere, and though it's unlikely it's broken below decks.
She just bent it like Beckham through the door.
Yeah, she's using that Zen archery madness. And does seven piercing damage to the gazer. Patoing! And now the little teeny stalked creature looks very sad because one of its stalks is missing. And it's bloodied.
Hate magnet.
And that was the hunter's mark on the gazer. Okay. Brighton. I'm rooting for you.
Well, I mean, the only thing I could do would be to run to the door and stand.
You could dash right up to them, I think.
Yeah, and then do nothing, because that's my action.
Yeah. You can't attack this turn, I guess.
Well, I'll run up and I'll stare at them menacingly.
You've got your raptor mask on.
Yep.
And you're glowering and snarling and baring your claws. Oh yeah, by the way, the rest of the party, Brighton has claws now.
Whoa!
Raptor-like. They go with his mask.
Legitimate question. Does Pants actually notice that's as different?
Pants thinks that Brighton looks a little bit more chicken-like, but he can't quite figure out why.
Gotcha. Ma still chicken.
Maybe
Okay.
halflings are chickens.
That is my turn.
Okay, Pants.
Yeah.
It is you.
Okay. Going to rush up to the gazer, who looks sad.
At the three-tentacled
And-
gazer.
Just baseball swing with the 4x4.
You hit.
Oh,
Aw. Wait, let me check it.
hate magnet.
The gazer is down to one tentacle. One little eye stalk is still plopping out of its head. The other two have been knocked clean off by your wackety whack with a 4x4.
Spin it around and go back the other direction with an action surge.
And really, the little gazer's just still spinning because you hit it so hard, it's just kind of twirling in place.
Ah, missed.
And that was a miss.
And that's everything.
Nissha!
Okay. Nissa still has her veil in place. She has not removed it yet. And her scimitar in hand. So she's going to advance on the gazer.
I'm gonna just replace the swagan for a sec because I need to fix something. And I'm not sure it will show up on the map if I don't. And since everybody likes the gazer more anyhow.
That's not true. Didn't Brighton attack the Sylvagan?
Oh, yeah. No, because Brighton had to move closer. Brighton just kind of, did some intimidating looks.
Ow.
Some
Too many DDO veterans. Anything that looks at least a little bit like a beholder needs to go down first.
Yeah, this is totally. All right, so Nissha slices. She slices down, and not only does she cut the last remaining stalk in half, she slices right through the gazer like a grapefruit. And it is dead.
Follows through by stepping forward and attacking the Swagan.
All right, that is a hit. You do 5 damage, and the Swagan snarls again. The Devourer take you! Blur! Kit Kat!
Ooh, my turn. So you all are there. Does that work? Can I go there?
Yes, because you have like 6 square movement.
So then I can move there. Let's go there. Right? 1,
Yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5. Can I attack?
With your whip.
Heck yeah.
I'd be really nervous, the two of you standing next to the bad guy.
Yeah! She didn't roll in that one, so it's okay.
Woo!
Woo! 7 damage to the Swagan.
And not a single Devo reference.
Is that everything for your turn?
She whipped.
All right, so it's Aleran's turn.
All right, I am going to move into the room, and I am going to use a cantrip and cast my Sorry, I'm going to cast my firebolt.
I'm always terrible at moving these things.
Why do I have a feeling we're about to get thunder waved?
Yeah, you are, but I can't do them right. I can't draw my, 15-foot square properly.
What are you trying to do? Get
To gauge whether or not I would hit Kit Kat or Aleran with, if it's casting out from...
You can get
Dude.
everyone but Kit Kat if you put it that way.
Alrighty then. Let's do that. So, the Swagan snarls and then casts a thunder wave and the boat shakes. You hear these creaking noises. Everyone except for Kit Kat in the room, so Aleran, Brighton, Pants, and Nissha need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Sweet. Oh, yes. 4 saves, and 18 is the lowest.
Everybody has been writing with pencils.
It's the toothpick that I've been chewing on.
It's the chickens that you sacrificed.
Yeah,
My
that too.
enchanted wand of writing.
I love that.
You take half damage, but they're casting it at second level, so it's going to be 3d8 half. So everybody takes 5 damage.
Added.
I'm sorry, I just twirled you.
How do I take the damage away?
You just change on your main page. Just change your 4 in the wound box to a 9.
Thank you.
I was just double checking something.
And
Okay, that will be their turn for now. Oh, actually, no, it's not their turn completely. As a bonus action, they are going to turn into... No, I won't do that. Go ahead. Who's next? Izzy.
So, I'm going to move closer to the fighting because I assume at some point I might have to heal someone. And how many square feet is the little square?
5.
I think that's as far as eyes can go. And I am going to, and I can 30 feet. Let me see. At the end, I am going to cast Bless on the people that are fighting. So 3 people within range. So I just drag the effect onto the 3 peoples then, correct?
you can do it that way, or you can target us all and then just click the effect on your page. Either way.
And that's my turn.
I'm just seeing where we are. Oh, wait, you were last in the order, weren't you?
Oh,
So
yes.
back at the top, it's Zaleria.
Nice.
So 8 more damage. This Sawagan is beginning to look bloodied.
Oh wait, hold on. That's right. Oh, she cast Hunter's Mark on the Gazer, didn't she?
Yeah.
And then just moved it. Okay, never mind.
Uh-huh.
All right, time to swing again.
Just to be a little nitpicky, doesn't Zaleria at least need to move up to the doorway to fire her arrow at the Sawagan? Because from where her character is now, she would hit a wall.
Yeah. I mean, she can be in either one of these spaces. we could just treat it like, because the squares aren't perfect here, and just treat it like you're standing at that half of the 5 feet.
All right, attacking the Sawagan. Woot.
Woot! It's a hit. I'm preparing for its next turn, but there was no point because
Yay!
Nice.
Brighton lands a killing blow with his great axe. And the Sawagan priest is slain.
Yay!
Yeah, you had me concerned there whenever you're like, he turns into, like, no, oh no, he needs to go.
Yeah.
Nothing that starts with turns into ends good. So no, that
See, I almost wild shaped, but the only thing that came to my head was a bear. But I thought, no, why would a Sawagan change into a bear? So I was going to spend the turn to figure out what he would change into, and it's a good thing you killed him because that probably would have been good.
Changes into a giant spider crab.
Well, I wasn't going to go that route. He was going to change into a giant snake, though. A constrictor snake.
Unsafe
Yeah, I was gonna
hugs.
say giant squid.
But there is a shrine here to the Devourer.
a shrine.
Not that kind of shrine. Not the nice, happy, fun time shrine.
The shrine to the devourer with the mouths into the mouths
No,
into
this
the
isn't the
mouths.
kind of shrine you get to take a free long rest at. This is the kind of shrine that has lots of teeth and bones and, an aura of sadness.
We must destroy it.
Yeah, I was about to say, can we just like kick it over?
If you do like 25 points of damage to the shrine, you will destroy it.
Do we have to make an attack roll or just do it for damage?
We can just assume that you guys whack at it enough to knock it over.
We beat the inanimate, or we have beaten the AC of an inanimate non-moving object.
There are various and sundry sacrifices and tributes to the Devourer on the altar, though. Do you want to take any of those before you destroy it? I will drag them to the party inventory and you can choose for yourself.
Okay.
There is a Cloak of Protection,
Ooh.
Wait.
a Kyber Dragon Shard, a Potion of Heroism, a Potion of Water Breathing, a collectible called Wreath Leaves, a Scroll of Protection from Poison, and a Scroll of Gust of Wind. And a bunch of money. Like 500 gold and some silver pieces.
Oh, nice. Hey, Bonnie, I would also like to go back to this room that was behind us where there were shields and things
Uh-huh.
before we move along too much further and forget.
All right. Alrighty. If you go back and search that room,
Okay.
you find some human-like bones in the palette of palm fronds. And you can also loot an arcane collectible.
Okay. And as I do use a shield, or you had made a comment that there was shields there.
There is this shield. It's at first glance, it doesn't really look like it's much different from the shield that you have now, but it does have the symbol of the Devourer on it in the Dark Six. And you find a mystical plant amongst the palm fronds. Maybe one of the palm fronds is a mystical plant.
Okay.
I put that in the party inventory as well.
Nissha would be very interested in the cloak of protection and be willing to forego any part of the gold or silver pieces or other loot that we just found if she was allowed to take.
Anyone?
I was just suggesting earlier that the bard who has been roughed up a couple times now might benefit from the cloak.
I mean, that would make sense unless Nissha really wants it. But logically, it would make sense for Kit Kat to have it.
Rob,
Like,
Brighton says I should fight you for it.
Rock, paper, scissors, lizard, Spock.
Whoever gets the highest.
Are we gonna have to do a loot roll on this chest?
Yeah, just do a loot roll. There you go.
How do I?
Well, what is Kit Kat's AC currently?
13.
Then yes, you should take it.
Yay! Okay. If I could. Okay.
The cleric thanks you.
I need to actually drag that into my inventory.
All right.
I was also gonna say, for someone to take the protection from poisons. I mean,
Well, scrolls
Anyone
should
else?
probably go
Well-
to our cleric or other casters because they're not really useful to other people.
The cleric or the ranger could potentially be able to understand the scroll.
I think Gust of Wind, I think that's actually going to Aleran. I think he's the only one that can use it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll
Right.
take the scroll of protection from poison because I can't always put that on someone.
And yeah, you're right. Aleran's the only one who can understand the Gust of Wind scroll.
Who should have the potion of heroism? Wouldn't that help with
So yeah, it gives 10 temporary hit points that last for an hour after drinking it, and you are under the effect of the bless spell.
For an hour.
For
Holy
an
cow.
hour.
That is
Nice.
extreme.
Ooh. I mean, I was gonna grab that, but unless someone else wants it, then
I think the fighter type should have that.
So I will roll on that potion of heroism, and I think Brighton should too, to be honest.
Alright.
Nissha believes that she's quite heroic enough already.
Alright. So a D20 for the
Are we doing D20 or are we doing
Do the
D100?
percentile. Do the percentile. Whoever rolls
Yeah,
highest.
classic percentile. Oh, I'm toast.
I gotta remember
Oh,
how to
boy.
do percentile. Hold on.
Right click the D10 and then click the percent thing on the wheel.
Yep, got it.
Ha.
Low roll wins, right?
Oh. Is that how we're going, or are we doing the highest roll?
No, high roll's fine.
I guess I'll take the potion of water breathing just in case that comes up again. I can swim with my armor on.
I'll take the potion of heroism for now, unless someone else needs it, then I'll just give it to him.
You don't want to give the toaster the potion of water breathing?
I was gonna say I can carry all the coins in my handy sack.
You could. There's plenty of room for all those coins in your handy sack.
The handy snack.
So just give yourself 507 gold pieces and 199 silver pieces. Because I don't know how to, like, I guess I could drag it to you. But I only know how to distribute it equally.
I have yet to figure out how to drag coins from.
So if you go to the number and you grab it, you can drag it over to your inventory.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, I should have specified, like, if I want to take, like, 100 from that 507.
There's a
Oh,
down
yeah.
arrow where I can distribute assignments and coins, and it splits the things amongst you. But I don't know how to assign money. Unless the space beside it lets me put a name and that somehow works.
We still have some tasty bacons in the party inventory that should probably be distributed to hungry people that are injured.
Anybody who doesn't currently have healing.
Do I have healing? Question mark. Oh, I already have a tasty bacon.
Yeah, you already
so
have
someone else
tasty
can
bacon.
I'm not gonna be greedy with my tasty bacon.
And you've got a potion of heal. You got 2 potions of healing and tasty bacon, so you don't need
And
any more
cure
healing.
room. I think I'm good.
You don't need more healing items. So somebody else who doesn't have any healing items should take the tasty bacon.
I'm eyeing them, but I don't think I can eat.
You can always eat bacon. Don't talk yourself down about not being able to eat bacon. Everyone is able to
Everybody
eat bacon.
can eat bacon. Yeah, Zaleria will take them.
Okay, well, if the toasters, if I can eat one, then I'll split one with Zaleria.
Do you have any healing potions, Brighton? You have 2, okay.
I have 2, yeah.
So Zaleria didn't have any. I'm going to drag them over to her.
You just tasty bacon all over Pants's Warforged body and makes it all shiny and new looking.
Well, see, if we were in Stormreach and we were next to a stone of change, I could put it in there and make it tasty bacon oil and then use it, but...
Tasty bacon oil.
Okay, so she has the 2 tasty bacon. I accidentally created another one, which I'm destroying. Okay. All right.
And just because it's driving me insane, I'm going to take these 2 ropes. There.
I think you guys took all the rope that you were going to rope. Or
Well,
maybe,
All the rope that ever did rope.
maybe that's the elk rope. I don't know.
Yeah, there had been 2 in there since we left. Since we left Korthos.
Okay, so now what?
So just FYI, I took the money and dragged it to my inventory. And I just have it separated out from my own.
Okay, cool. As party cash.
But it hasn't cleared it from the parcel.
Yeah, I don't know why. It's not my
I can
fault.
clear it.
That's what I mean. It's all weird whenever you try and...
I
change
think
it.
I can delete stuff. I think... Everything's fine except for the money. I haven't figured out how to do the money right yet.
This is fine.
All right.
In a world of fire. This is fine. This is fine.
So, door to the south!
Woo!
Did we open the door?
Did you open the door?
That was the intent by... I know I just yelled door to the south, but that was the intent.
The door here is damaged and it's held shut by rusty iron spikes. So you're going to have to work at it more. Do a strength check or chop it apart to get through.
I'll whip it open.
Nope. I'm not doing it. You're up, Brighton.
Pants is confounded by a door. Brighton, however...
Step
that's a
aside,
save.
losers. Brighton is stepping
Oh,
in.
that was a save. Never mind. Sorry.
But
I
even
think-
without the saveness, he's successful.
Our bless is probably off by now, isn't it? after all the looting and...
Because it's what? How long? 10
It's
minutes?
a minute, I think.
Minute?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's off by now, but even without that, he's successful. 16's good enough. So Brighton chops the door apart. Spikes go flying. And you see a room that appears to be the kitchen galley of the vessel. Judging from the stove along one wall of this room, that's what its purpose is. Now the area is cluttered with bones and debris. Badly damaged metal knives and other cookware hang from hooks in the ceiling, while the choking stench of rotted flesh fills the air. A stairway leads up near the stern, and tiny spiders crawl over everything. Once you step into the room, you see a moldy trapdoor to the south that leads down into the cargo hold. A bar has been inserted through a set of rusted brackets to keep it shut.
Well, it looks like we're removing a bar then.
Wait, so it's a bar across the door on this side, which is probably to keep something from coming
Yes,
through.
just like the other hatch in the hallway.
Something from coming up, to prevent something from coming up out of the flooded lower decks. Yes.
We should totally investigate that.
That's exactly what I thought.
I don't see a problem.
Clearly nothing bad can come of this.
Go adventuring, they said. It'll be fun, they said.
Well, Nissha would actually say that if every boat that we've encountered so far was so afraid of whatever they have locked in the basement or whatever in the lower floor, we should definitely investigate it because it might actually be worthy of my attention.
So are you opening the hatch?
I will Pants will attempt to open the hatch.
All right. You pull back the metal rod out of the brackets. It's no longer barred. You flip over in the hatch, and there is a ladder leading downward.
Down I go.
Would that metal rod be an upgrade on your 4x4?
That's a legitimate question, DM.
It would
Or
be
is it...
harder, but it would do the same damage. It would be like a mace, I'd say. Oh wait, you're 1d6, so mace would be 1d8, right?
if it's a light mace, it'd be a d6. I don't
So
actually. Do
yeah,
they specify?
it would be probably closer to a light mace.
Do they specify or distinguish in 5e? I don't remember.
I'm not sure they do.
Yeah, because my mace.
No, it's just mace.
Yeah, and it's a 1d6.
So it's sand damage. And it's not water treated.
Yeah, so the difference is well, no, it is the same. Yeah, bludgeoning 1d6. Maybe if you had to fight giant termites, could be your go-to. You can pocket it if you want to.
Nah.
Unless you need it on your way out.
I'll just leave it on the floor next to the trapdoor. In case, as you said, we need it on the way out.
I'm doing terrible at measuring distances and spaces.
Are you looking for like 60 feet?
Yeah, somewhere around 60 feet. I think I'm somewhere around 60 feet.
There's 60 feet at the end of the
Pyong.
pointer.
There you go.
There we
Once
go.
you climb down the ladder, two thunderous booms sound outside of the Emperor. The first small, the second a loud crashing impact of cracking wood. Whatever that sound is, it's not affecting the Empress itself. It's something outside.
Is this something that we would recognize as like cannonball boom, or more like giant octopus smacking a boat kind of boom?
Everybody do an insight check.
Insight.
And you notice that this deck runs the length of the ship. It features no bulkheads or walls. Dark, murky seawater fills it to a depth of 3 feet, sloshing against old, moldering crates piled against the ship's port hull. So Aleran and Izzy and Nissha and Pants feel quite certain that what they hear is a cannonball being fired and impacting a ship.
But not our ship.
But not your ship, because there wasn't the jarring of an impact that would surely accompany such a thing as a cannonball hitting the ship while you were on it.
Is Zaleria staying on the deck above us, or is she coming down?
She's coming down.
All right.
You see a bunch of crates, barrels. Some of them are broken, some not. Most of the cargo has shifted to the port side because of the boat listing a little bit as it's taken on water.
How deep is the water down here?
3 feet.
So as tall as the halfling?
Yeah, it's up to his armpits.
Put the halfling up on someone's shoulder.
Both Izzy and Brighton are feeling a bit damp right now.
Does anything as Pants walks forward, does he notice anything that would match the description of a large chest with an ornate letter C?
Everybody, like, you can move a little bit further into the room and then do a perception check as you search through the cargo.
Nat 20.
Pants.
Okay, quick question. Because
Yes.
I am up to my armpits, this would be considered difficult terrain for me, right? So
Yes.
half move.
We're not in combat initiative at this point, so you can just adjust yourself.
At this point, she says. That's
Adjust
the important
yourself.
thing.
Pants. You know your alphabet. You learned that.
Aww.
I know my letters.
Right away, Pants, you see a box with the letter C. It's very stylized. It's in fancy calligraphy, like somebody important drew it out using their best cursive.
I see the box with the C on the boat that's in the sea.
He sees the C in the sea.
Yes.
C is for cookie. That's good enough for me. So how large is this chest with the ornate letter C on it in the sea?
It is quite large. But this box is wooden.
Does it look like something we could get through, or kind of monkey back up the ladder, or we would need to figure out a way to get it up through the cargo crate, or cargo grate?
What's your strength?
Pretty decent, I think. 17.
All right. You could move it on your own pants, but you would struggle and you would have minus 20 feet to your movement if you tried to carry it alone.
What if Brighton assisted?
Both of you could carry it together, but you would be slowed by 10 feet.
I just envision Brighton like putting it fully above his head, and Pants just like carrying it, down at waist level.
So the two of you could carry it out, and it would cause minus 10 distance for you in your movement each turn.
I would think we should go ahead and get it out. Even if we wanted to proceed, let's get it out of harm's way where there's water and stuff.
What if someone went back upstairs and opened the cargo grate, and we've got all like 700 stacks of rope?
It's locked.
From the upstairs.
Oh, the or the first basement cargo grate is locked.
The grate above, like directly in the ceiling above you, and there's a ladder leading up to it. It's locked, but it's locked from the other side, so it was barred just like the opening that you came down through to prevent things from exiting from this direction. But if somebody went upstairs and took the bars out, they could open it from upstairs.
Okay, so it's just barred, not actually locked.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I can head back upstairs. I guess it would take a couple of moves because it's a bit of a distance.
All right. As you start heading upstairs, take a movement. As you start moving upstairs, there is another boom. This sound is slightly different from the cannon fire that you heard before. And this time, there is a crash of impact against the ship. And you're all shaken. Everyone do a DC, I said DC. Do a dexterity save.
Oh, I need to get blessed. I rolled a 1 anyway, but we need to get our bless taken off.
Okay. Wait. Brighton, you were blessed. I think I just took it off.
Yeah.
Pants and Nissha are still blessed. Yeah.
All right. You should be no blessy now.
Yep. Not that it matters on a natty 1 anyway.
Okay, Zaleria and Pants and Brighton. No, wait. Never mind. Pants, Zaleria, Kit Kat.
Oh wait, we got a couple checks in there. Aleran and Kit Kat rolled checks.
Oh, whoops.
So add your do you get any modifier on your dexterity saves? Are you proficient?
I get a +2 on ability. But
I have a
+4 on
-1.
Okay, so Laren, you're screwed too. Oh wait, no. Yeah, you're. Wait.
My -1 is already there. So 13 -1 is 12.
Your checks are the same as your saves on dexterity. Is that what I'm getting out of this? Yes. Okay, you're fine, Aleran. Kit Kat.
I have a +4 on
You
my
are fine.
Yay!
So Pants and Zaleria, you are knocked prone. So Brighton, you are handling the chest by yourself at the moment. As this impact hits the ship and it shakes, you see figures emerge from the water. 3 of them I'm so bad at putting things in the combat tracker.
She says as there's like a million things in the combat tracker.
There's only 3.
Yeah.
There's a million things in the combat tracker, but there's only 3 things in front of you right now. Three undead creature. The decaying husks of, it looks like former sailors, start to slowly stumble toward you through the water. Roll initiative.
Oh my god.
What?
Just the number of people that rolled really poorly.
I rolled a 13. That's not bad.
Hey, I redeemed myself.
I think rolling a low initiative isn't nearly as bad as rolling low on your attack rolls, you know? Because you're still...
Yeah, that's true.
And sometimes it's better to come later in the order.
I don't think Brighton's rolled less than 17 on his initiative this entire session.
So Brighton, you get to kick off any fun. You've got this chest. You can, like, drop it.
What if I push the chest at one of the zombies?
You could push the chest forward, but with your current movement in difficult terrain and the overall weight of it, I think you might be able to shove it 1 square. They aren't close enough to you yet for you to be able to hit them with the chest.
Okay. So I can drop it and still take an attack action if necessary.
Yeah, dropping it isn't going to count as an action. And it frees up a little bit of your movement.
Yeah, I still can't.
Like, I think you're stuck to like
Reach
about
them.
1 square while
Right,
you're
I
carrying the
can't-
chest, but you can do 2 if you're not.
Yeah. All right, I will set the chest down and I will move.
Okay.
Did I do that right?
Yes. Now, this drowned one moves forward. They, being drowned ones, do not take movement penalties in this water. And move forward. One moves forward to you, Brighton. And attacks you with their longsword. Their rusty, rusty longsword.
Hopefully you got your tetanus shot before we went out.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. The first attack misses, but they rear back and make a second attack. And that one hits. Make a Constitution save.
Shit.
All right.
Oh!
There's no other answer for that. That was just really, it's one word.
The drowned one cuts you for 9 damage, and as they slice into your flesh, you feel this contagion sink into your wound. You've now contracted some form of disease, and a few grotesque blue boils pop out in the area surrounding the wound.
You?
Izzy!
Well, I've been hanging on to the ladder. So I'm going to, I guess, let go of said ladder
Geronimo!
and try to make my way forward a little bit to get closer to the drowned ones. How many feet can I make it if I'm taking the penalty?
2, like 10 feet total.
10 feet
Rounding
total.
down from 25.
So I'd make it about there. And that's all I'm going to do at this moment.
That's all, folks. It's my turn.
What you
I'm
gonna do?
I'm pretty far away. Is all the I'm gonna call it rubble? Is that kind of like above the water, or is
It's below the
floating?
water. Some of it, like
Below?
small pieces are floating. Heavier pieces are still sunk against the bulk, the cargo hold.
So,
So
it kind
does
of
this heavy terrain? So here?
No, you can move 3 squares.
Oh. 2, 3.
That's it.
Yeah, I was kind of right. But okay. That's my turn.
Another one of these creatures lurches forward. And they slash at Pants. They miss. They slash again at Pants.
well, before he does that.
Let me stop you right there.
No, I would like to spend one of my superiority dice and use riposte whenever he misses, and smack
Okay.
him back.
Sure. All right, you hit.
And then, if I remember correctly, I get to add my superiority
You
die
do.
to
You
that.
get to add a d8. Oh, so that's 12 total?
12 total. Womp womp.
All right. So he's going to try and slash at you again. A nat 20. $12 damage.
Are you going to apply that to me? Or
Did
should
I just apply
put it in?
9 to you?
You didn't apply anything.
Okay, apply it to yourself.
Okay. That stone.
Okay, Nissha.
Do I not have to make a...
Oh, you can do your
Con
riposte
save?
again.
No, I can't do the
Oh,
riposte
you know what?
because
You
that's
do
my
have to make a
reaction.
con save. I'm sorry. Oh, actually, you don't.
I don't? Okay.
Well, you can make a con save if you want to.
Well, I mean, if I don't have to.
But yeah, you're because you're a Warforged, you're resistant.
Oh, yeah,
You're
immune to
immune
disease.
to disease.
Yeah, immune to it. Okay, so no, I don't.
All right, Nissha.
All right, seeing as they are quite far away and there's 3 feet of water, she's just going to move over a little bit and sling her double-sided scimitar over her back and pull out her crossbow instead.
All right.
Nice.
Damn.
Sweet.
And that was her turn.
This creature, this particular drowned one that you guys have landed all these attacks on, looks quite bloodied. I don't know if that's the right word when you're kind of a zombie thing.
It looks re-dead.
It looks extra, like it's getting deader.
Again.
Mm-hmm.
All right. How
Aleran.
far can I move and still be able to attack?
You can move 3 squares.
So I'm going to move forward. And I am going to use my Firebolt cantrip.
It wasn't a 1.
Yes, I didn't light you on fire, so that's a good thing.
Okay, Zaleria. Ooh, nat 20. There's some hot dice happening this round. Oh wait, the other 20 was me. Wait, but didn't Brighton do a 20?
Nissha did.
Nissha, Zaleria, and a drowned one. Okay, I got my reaction back. That's good. Try and smack this guy again.
Go pants. You smack.
And I will also use my bonus action after that to use my second wind. And does that kind of hurt? There we go. That's a little... I don't like it when my hit point numbers are red.
All your little live wood pieces start to sprout little leaves, and you feel much better.
And that's everything. But since it's my turn, I do get my reaction back for next round.
The third drowned one that was shot by Zaleria starts to stumble in her direction. And it manages to get close enough that it can attack. It's a hit. Do a con save.
They're like 28 days later zombies.
Wait, why did I get...
You broke concentration on her hunter's mark.
Okay. All right. You're fine, Zaleria. But it rears back for another attack. And it misses. Okay, I think we're back at the top of the order. Brighton.
All right. I will have to grab my axe and swing. Yay.
All right, a hit.
That be it?
All right. They are going to attack you back in response. The first attack misses. The second hits. And they do 6 damage. Izzy.
Okay, so I can move 2 squares here. Okay, so after I move, I'm able to try and hit, excuse me, 2 of the targets with Tairnadal.
Which 2?
It would be number 2 and number 1 because those are both within 30 feet.
Which ones again?
1 and 2.
And what's the DC for that?
Hold on, it's actually a cast, so
Okay.
it's a wisdom save DC.
DC 8.
So it's wisdom DC 8 is what it's saying.
So round 1 fails.
And round 2 saved.
So round 1 is going to be frightened now.
Right. So I can put the effect on him. Oh, it's already there.
Oh, cool.
No, your wisdom saving throw is going to be a lot higher than DC 8.
I don't
for
know
your
why
traditional divinity.
I don't know why it's saying
It's not.
It's not must not
Yeah,
be
it's not set up right
it's not calculating.
because it should be. What's your wisdom modifier?
Yeah.
My wisdom modifier is +6.
+6. Holy crap! Then yeah, your DC is 16.
Wait. It shouldn't be that
No,
high,
+4.
though.
No,
+4.
it's
Oh,
+4.
okay.
Why
Okay,
is it saying
then-
+6?
That's
So that
struggle
should
for the
have
save.
been. That's for your save, not
Okay.
your spell DC.
Yeah, but that should be in DC 14 then.
It's 8 plus 2 plus your wisdom modifier. So 14. Which
So
means
14.
both of them should be afeared.
All right. So let's put that on the
I got round
You got him.
2 and round 1.
Now, in my combat tracker, I'm seeing that Izzy is frightened.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you frightened yourself. I'll unfrighten you.
Why did I frighten myself? That's weird.
You were frightened that your DC was so low.
I know. I gotta figure out why that's.
Is that it for you?
Yes.
Okay.
Is it my turn?
Now it is.
Yeah. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Am I able to heal Brighton?
Yeah, you can cast. Oh wait, no, you have cure wounds, right?
Yeah.
Nope. You have
Oh,
to
is that
be
touch?
adjacent. Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's why when you guys were down in the hold, I couldn't cast Cure Wounds because I wasn't going down the
Ah.
hole.
Okay. And that's my turn.
Okay. Round 1 is frightened, so they are going to try to move away from Izzy, and that's going to incur attack of opportunity from both of you. Brighton, you get to go first because you have a higher initiative. So take an attack of opportunity on round 1. Okay, it's a hit.
Now that does end its frightened effect.
It's not going to matter because with that, round 1 is extra dead. Nissha.
She is going to shoot at round 1-2 with her crossbow again.
All right. Critical hit. Natty 20. That's your second one in a row, right?
Yeah.
Crossbow magic. Okay, you do 10 damage. Round 1, 2. I don't know why that's making me laugh. They are looking rather worse for wear, very raggedy for a zombie.
All right, I am going to move forward, and then I am going to cast Firebolt again. And I'm going to miss again. I'm going to use my action surge and try again.
Okay. All right, that's a hit. And as you strike the drowned one with your bolt of fire, you see it seem to, despite the fact that it is damp, its flesh seems to ignite rapidly.
It's gasoline.
Very nice.
And I think you just dropped it. Yes. So another drowned one has fallen prey to the party. And Zaleria, it's you. Wah, wah. Is there anything else you can do as a bonus action?
Cleric is going AFK again.
Okay, Hunter's Mark. Pants.
All right. I will walk up over next to the last one and hit him with my stick. Or not. And that's all I got.
Alrighty. I think we're back to the top of the order, and it's going to be Brighton's turn again.
All right. I don't know if I want to hit it or if I want to like take a step back and drink a potion.
Drinking a potion is going to take an action, so
Right.
unless
but
you have a
I'm
thing.
also at a I'm also at 11 hit points.
Yeah. So you can drink a potion. If you step back and drink a potion, you'll draw an attack of opportunity.
Oh, that's true. All right, smack it one more time. Hope I live.
All right, it's a hit.
Okay, that is it.
And we roll a d6, and high is Pants, low is Bright. Brighton gets it. But it's a miss. Second hit's going to be against Pant. It is a hit.
I'm going to use my reaction to and a superiority die to go and parry that.
All right, and that reduces the damage by your superiority dice.
Superiority die plus your dexterity modifier, so d8 plus 1.
Alrighty, roll.
So that's 8.
So you take 5 damage. So give yourself back 8 because I think it already applied it to you.
It did. There we go.
And is Izzy back?
Yes.
I don't know how I just turned you neutral. Are you having feelings about this party?
Well, you guys just really made me work way too hard.
Nissa's neutral too. What have I been clicking?
I don't know, but I'm not in the party tracker anymore. The combat tracker.
Can you see yourself now?
I can see myself now.
I think it's because I clicked on something and changed your temperament to neutral, so it took you.
Okay, well maybe I've been visited by the Bourbon Fairy and I'm feeling much less anxious towards the enemy, but whatever.
It's like you were treated as charmed, but you were not charmed.
I'm going to move up my 10 feet again. And I am going to heal. Actually, I can't do that because it can only go up like half his hit points. The preserve life.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, you can only do well, you can do up to math is hard. You can do 6 hit points of healing.
Yeah, that's not gonna really make much of a difference. So instead, I am going to see if we can cast Sacred Flame.
Alrighty.
Okay. I believe that.
So it fails its save. You can apply damage.
Okay.
And as you call forth this searing light, it seems that this drowned creature is vulnerable to that, just as it was to fire.
Sweet. And that ends my turn.
Alrighty.
It's my turn. My turn. Do.
Alright, you hit with your rapier.
That. Yeah.
And you do 7 damage. This drowned one is starting to look kind of rough and the zombie equivalent of bloodied. Shaggy? Zombie's looking shaggy.
Yeah. Wait, could I do anything else? I don't think I could, but
No, because you don't have your bardic inspirations back.
alright.
All right,
Nissha.
Nissha is going to fire her crossbow again. Because that's working out for her so far.
All right, yeah, that's a hit.
And I think she is going to quickly reload and use an action surge.
It's a hit. You do 4 damage. It is still standing, but even more shaggy. Aleran.
Okay, I am back to Firebolt. And I'm back to missing. Sheesh.
All right, Zaleria. That's a hit. And Zaleria manages to shoot the drowned one through the brain. It collapses in a heap. But as she takes this death shot, and for a split second you think the coast is clear, there's another sound of a small explosion, and another bolt strikes the ship. And at this time, you see it actually crash through the cargo hold to the starboard side. And you see what looks like the arrow of a very heavy ballista cracking through the side of the ship. And the hull has a split opening now where the wood was weakened. And you see water starting to take on in the cargo hold of the ship. So now the ship is definitely going to be sinking. So you're not going to leave initiative order. And that's where we're going to end it for next time.
Woohoo!
Because next time we'll be all escaping the ship and finding out whatever is going on outside of the ship.